We are celebrating National Hispanic Heritage Month here at CBS Mornings, and today we are highlighting books that explore Hispanic culture and stories with Amazon Books editorial director Sarah Gelman, who's joining us with her top recommendation. Sarah, always a pleasure to have you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for being here. So up first is a romance book with characters reuniting after decades apart. What do you like?
Yes, this is A Dish Best Served Hot by Natalie Kanya. It's actually the second in a series. It's called the Vega Family series, but you do not need to have read the first one. But the third one is coming out later this month. So when you read this book and you love it, there's more. So this is two people that have been together in high school, Lola and Saint, and they're reunited decades later because Saint's family's construction company is unknowingly going to shut down an unhoused youth center for LGBTQIA plus youths where Lola works. And so they reunite. Obviously, there's friction. There's a great cast of family characters that are along the side. And one of my favorite parts is there's a buffalo wing eating contest, which I think more books should have this.
Yes.
It's a great book. It's great if you love Lucy Score. I think a lot of people have read her books. Definitely check this one out.
Right. Next up, a memoir, a guest we had on the show, Wilmer Valderrama. I love this book. I'm so glad he made your cut. What did you like about it? I thought this book was such a good read and such a great story.
Yeah, the book is great. I mean, he's best known for his role as Fez on that 70s show, a huge hit. But
it's called An American Story.
An American Story, and everyone's invited.
Yes.
I don't think a lot of people know when he was cast on that show, his family was on the verge of being evicted. They had to borrow gas money to get him to his audition.
Amazing.
And his career just exploded. And he talks about his family's immigration from Venezuela and how hard it was. Even though he was a promising young actor, he had this thick accent. And no one wanted to cast him because he had the accent. So we learn about his screen career. He talks about that 70s show, Encanto, NCIS, but he really comes to life, and I think you probably saw this when you talked to him, when he talks about his work as a global ambassador for USO. It is his passion. And the book is, like the title suggests, it's a love letter to this country.
And don't say that he's lucky. He worked really hard for it.
Yeah, he did.
There's a great moment where he's standing on the steps of Cannes.
Yeah.
And he goes, how did I go from Venezuela, not really speaking English, to here I am doing this?
Yes.
It's really, I really, really enjoyed his book.
He's an incredible actor, but I think that the love letter to America in this book, everybody should read this to understand what the American dream really means to people like Vilma.
It's a surprising book.
Yeah. Let's talk about The Curse That Haunts a Family Living Near the Texas Border.
Oh,
that sounds really, I don't know, is it creepy or is it like?
No, it's great.
Okay.
It's fun too. So this is Malas. It's Marcela Fuentes. And this is one of my team's favorite books so far this year. It made our list, best books of the year so far. And it stars two women. Lulu is a rebellious teenager. She's on the eve of her quinceañera. And then Pilar is an older, mysterious woman who shows up in the town. Ooh. And I love, these are both very strong women. You mentioned they're connected by a curse and a family secret. And I love, this book is like an homage to Tejano culture, especially its music. You will read this book and want to put on Selena right away. You are warned.
I don't even need, I love Selena anyway, but yes, okay.
You should definitely read this.
I love a good thriller.
Yeah. Lastly, we have this thriller involving the fashion industry.
Yes.
Not usually a setting for thrillers.
Well, I think it is ripe for thrillers. Tiny Threads, Lilian Rivera. This is her first adult novel, and it is spooky. So Samara is a Cuban-American living in New Jersey, and she decides to leave the nest and follow her dream to an industrial town outside of LA to work at her dream job in the fashion industry. And she gets there, and there's the stench of the slaughterhouse next door.
Oof, wow.
There's noises keeping her awake at night, and dreams that are haunting her, and it becomes clear that this is actually quite a nightmare and not her dream.
I love it every time you come. I want to read everything you recommend.
So
and I just marvel how you do this with no frickin' notes.
I mean, I posted on my Instagram a list of books, and almost, I would say like 80% of them are Sarah's
Well, now you have a couple more.
It gives me flashbacks to book reports in school, but it's like you do every single student's book report perfectly.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Bravo,
30 in a row.
Sarah.
Sarah Gelman, thank you very much. We love it. We'll see you again soon.